The following is an edited version of our live stream from Tuesday, December 1st. You can catch us live on our live streaming channel at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Good times in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. There are some people out there that are kind of bummed that there's so much Star Wars. Hang on one second. And before you ask, yes, I had a phone installed in the Nerdmobile. Hello? Oh, hey, Godfather, what's up, man? Yeah, no, we're doing Star Wars again, yeah. Yeah, we'll probably talk about it tomorrow, too. Yeah, and the next day. Yeah, all right, man. Okay. As I was saying, look, there are many people out there a little frustrated with the amount of Star Wars news that we have talked to. Hang on one second. Hello. Oh, hey, Ryan H. What's up, man? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Tobey Maguire news, man. I get that everybody's not a Star Wars fan. I get it's called the Den of Nerds and not the Den of Star Wars. You don't think I understand this? You don't think I know this? You don't think I know what I'm doing? January 15th. Jesus. Anyway, look, I understand that we've been talking about Mandalorian a lot. I understand that we're a variety channel and that we're supposed to... All right. Come on, man. Who is Mav? I'm gonna tell you what I told Godfather. I'm gonna tell you what I told Ryan. I'm gonna tell you what any flappy gum motherfucker is coming into the chat today. It's the same story. January 15th. You know, it's like people don't understand, man. It's like, look, Marvel is going to, after WandaVision, it's just Marvel. For like ever. Like WandaVision, Black Widow, Falcon Winter Soldier, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man 3, Eternals. Like, calm down, man. All right, I've gotten that off of my chest. Meet me in the studio. Woo, 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 woo. What up, everybody? Good morning. Before we get too far into all this crazy speculation, a couple of things I want to do first. Let's do show notes. Show notes! This week's going to be crazy, just like last week was crazy. Thursday night, big night. You're going to have After Dark with Alan Lavis. It's going to be rolling at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're going to take you through a bunch of the nerdy things that are happening in the world. Talk a little bit about Star Wars, I'm sure. 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the members and myself, we will be doing the watch party for The Mandalorian, the newest episode. We expect it to be dope. So we'll be doing that. Then we'll, of course, be doing our stream right after that. We'll be doing a lot of videos. Okay. All right. Now, let's talk a little Thrawn McThrawn-Serson. We were having the debate last night, and last night's Nerd Theory was great. 10,000 people watching at one point. I was like, what? One of the things we were getting into last night was sort of discussions about, is Thrawn above Gideon or is Gideon above Thrawn? Are they even working for the same team? What's that like? What's that dynamic like? Who's in charge? Who's the boss? I'm of the mind it's Thrawn. I think Theory's pretty much of the mind it's Thrawn, though he's like got a little doubt with it. Regardless, this is literally right about the time that Thrawn would have taken over the Empire in Legends, and this is meaning the time of the Mandalorian. It's very interesting. Dave Filoni said something yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Dave Filoni said that it's possible that The Jedi, the episode of The Mandalorian that he wrote and directed, that episode may well take place before the epilogue in Rebels. Do you think that the episode The Jedi took place before the epilogue in Rebel? A lot of yeses. Ali says no. Not a chance. Not sure. Wow. Okay. You know what's really interesting about this, and I'm not 100% on this. I'd have to look into it again, but I'm fairly certain that this is what happened. I believe he actually, this is why this is really crazy. This is why I really think this is the case. Unless I am mistaken, Dave reached back out to, I believe it was Vanity Fair. He reached back out after the article came out to make sure that they put in that it was possible that the episode took place before the epilogue in Rebels. So if that's really true, that would indicate to me that, like, yo, it definitely takes place before Rebels. Like, there's just it wouldn't make sense for him to, like, reach out to make a weird, nuanced, possible point, right? Okay, we're going to get to Dark Side Ezra, but before we get to Dark Side Ezra, we need to talk about Sabine and Ahsoka, and we need to talk about the Rebels sequel series, okay? Everybody, get comfortable. Please take a comfy seat. Grab a juice box. I think the number one thing that I want to talk about is a scoop by Daniel Rickman that just came out. I think it just came out yesterday. I heard about it a little bit before that, but it's like, you know, sometimes you hear stuff, but you're like, that's not my scoop. So anyway, I had heard about this scoop, and then he made it official on his Patreon, I think last night. Regardless, what the scoop is that Sabine Wren will join Ahsoka in her live action series. Now that in and of itself is pretty freaking cool, because I know a lot of people were like, are we going to see Sabine? Like, are we going to see Sabine? Like, what's up with Sabine? She's not in this season. I thought it was going to be Sasha Banks. What's up with that, Josh? What's up with that Sasha Banks stuff, Josh? Sabine in live action with Ahsoka in the live action series. What do you guys think? It seems perfect. But besides that, when you add in the fact that Dave had made mention of the fact that this is before the epilogue. And by the way, it's not before the epilogue. It's before the last scene in the epilogue. I think that's the point. That's really what he's saying. It is possible that we see the show we thought was going to be the Rebel sequel series, the show that we thought was going to be animated, that we would see that carried over into live action. Now, I have to step into like real speculative territory. I want to be honest here. I don't know. I've heard some things and shit, but I don't know. I'm just speculating. Do you understand? It's speculation. Now, with that comes something else very interesting. And this is where we got to get into Thrawn, and I'll finish up with pontificating about this, and then we will get into Q&A. Okay. In Heir to the Empire, he's pretty brutal, dude. Pretty brutal, pretty ruthless, pretty cutthroat, pretty freaking dope. I love him in Disney's version as well. I think he's really interesting. They've actually given some more depth to the character, which I think is useful. But he doesn't seem to be as cutthroat. You know, he doesn't seem to be as villainous, for damn sure, bro. And one of the reasons why, and I think you'll find this interesting if you really think about it, how many of you guys know about the character Eli Vanto? Have you heard of this character? Yes, Eli Vanto. Not me. He dope. You're Eli Vanto is a character from Wild Space. Timothy Zahn's way of saying a hillbilly. So he's a hillbilly raised by good old boys. He's partnered with Thrawn, and they become good friends. But regardless, I think the reason that character is so interesting is because he's a humanoid character that's brilliant. And he's brilliant, and Thrawn fosters his brilliance. And Thrawn sort of raises him up under his wing. He sort of mentors him. And then Thrawn is so impressed with Eli Vanto that he sends Eli Vanto to the Chiss Higher Ascendancy to be of use. He sends him to his own people to help them. But that relationship is interesting because it indicates this sort of fosterly, parental, you know, kind of softer side of things that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be for a character like Thrawn, especially from Legends. Now, when it comes to Ezra, the thing that pops into my mind, the thing that I find so interesting is that Ezra is the opposite of Eli Vanto in one very important way. Ezra Bridger is not tactically brilliant at all. In fact, they play off of this concept in Rebels to show you how much like Ezra's unknowable plan, because Thrawn is the master strategist, right? But Thrawn can't see what Ezra's doing next because Ezra isn't following logic. Ezra is so unpredictable that Thrawn can't plan for it. If they have an extended period of time together, which I think is, we all really expect that, how much of Thrawn is going to rub off on Ezra and how much of Ezra is going to rub off on Thrawn? We already know that Ezra forms strong attachments to father figures. Maul plays off this. Kanan plays off this. Even the Grand Inquisitor to some degree sort of plays off of this. Thrawn would certainly be able to manipulate Ezra is what I'm saying. Because of course, if you can put a carrot in front of the person, they'll go for the carrot. And so it would be interesting if Thrawn was able to manipulate Ezra into going a little more dark side and being a little, you know, because he doesn't have his saber. Thrawn might be able to find him a red one. I think it would be crazy, man. And Ezra is already shown a propensity for the dark side and all these different things without the guidance of Jedi around him, without all of that. It would be really interesting to see how he would hold up with someone like Thrawn. I'm going to be very intrigued to see that. All right, let's get into these super chats and then we'll do a little bit of Q&A as well, okay? First of all, James Heaton upgraded to Nerdventure Prime. Beautiful, man. I'll see you Sunday. Speaking business. You can go watch some of the other streams now too, though. Dan the Man with the $2 super says, "Sup, Josh? I came with the Force Ghost pitch, by the way." Oh, nice. Just got to add the music and the Star Wars film is done. Radical, dude. Mike Porter, $2 super chat, says, "Ring, ring. I'm an MCU guy, but keep the Star Wars." Oh, yeah. We're going to get us a girl that can do both. You know what I mean, Mike? Steve says, "This will be the den of MCU before we know it." I know. Totally. Dan the Man, ScarJo and Mara, and your man Rahul as Quinlan Voss. Hey, I'd be into that. I think Rahul will be a great Ezra, though, either way. Big Play 08, thank you for the support, man. Pitch, Darth Talon joins Snoke after training with Maul and Ezra. Whew, that's nice, dude. Ahsoka and other Jedi defeat them, but Snoke is a clone, so he comes back. Hey, I like that, actually. That's kind of cool. Nick Mays says, "Do you think the Magistrate is possibly a Night Sister?" I do. It's pretty compelling. I've looked at some of the evidence and stuff from that. It's pretty compelling, man. Dojo Go says, "Oh, online martial arts kids. That's interesting. What do you think of the actual likelihood of Sebastian Stan playing Luke Skywalker?" Well, I would recommend you watch the video from yesterday. I went, or the stream rather from yesterday. I went rather in depth on it yesterday. It's one of those things that before last episode, like, no way. Now it almost feels like a metaphysical certainty. And I think Sebastian would be great. Antonio, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You're a Nerdvenger now, my friend. LOL, Josh. What are you not saying? What do you know? Tons of stuff. Have you noticed the big change in tone that was reported halfway through the season? I have not. Maybe it starts this week. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. But if we start next episode and we're just with Ahsoka and not with Din, then maybe it'll make a little more sense. D3RP Shadows, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You're a Nerdvenger now. Hit him with the emojis. Hit him with the emojis, Nerdvengers. Will there be any new animated Ahsoka content as well? I don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it there. Thank you so much. Please, 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 please make sure you're subscribed. Noties on. Same on the main channel. Subscribe, noties on. Follow us on the Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram. We'll eventually start using that Instagram again. I'm over Instagram for the moment. But follow us on Twitter. Notifications on. We got so many videos coming out. It's going to be crazy. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I will see you in the next video.